Hi guys, welcome to today's video. In today's video, we will be continuing our alternate future of the Middle East series. And in today's video, a lot will happen, but I have to say one thing. We're at 402 subscribers, which means we hit our goal before June 1st. But now there's a new goal, guys. What do you think that is? Well, the new goal is 600 subscribers by July 1st. And the year-end goal is, well, I guess 1,000 by the end of 2023, the beginning of 2024. And also, my channel will soon be a year old. Now, that's something, ain't it? A year-old YouTube channel. We're already past 400. And yeah. It took me forever to get to 100. It took me less time to get to 400 than it took me to get to 1,000. Explain that in your comment. And while Iraq is now thinking that Israel should give them land, which is going to be their detriment, as they declare war on Israel, which doesn't go unnoticed by the Arabian Defense League. And also, they have an opinion of their own. Well, just in case you didn't realize, but Israel is moving very close to them. What you don't know, and you're about to find out, is that they're part of a pact with Jordan and the Arab Defense League. But that's never been mentioned because they joined it while I was ranting. Let's say they join in whatever it is. Probably 2040. I don't know what part this is. I think it's part 6, guys. Yeah, it is part 6. Unless I made a mistake in looking back and missed one. And as the Iraq army marches through Israel in the attempt to make the country of Mesopotamia as their goal. But they have one problem. Well, yeah. But they wanted this to happen. Yeah, they want land. And they think they're the strongest nation in the Middle East at this time. Yep, you heard that right. Like Yemen has fallen apart. Saudi Arabia has fallen apart. Many nations before have. Will Iraq be the same or will Iraq be different? Will their dream work or will their dream not? Well, their rapid expansion into these two nations, Najd and Jordan, was a shock to everyone. But while that was happening, Israel launched a counter-offensive, pushing the Iraq army back with the help of Jordan. But as that was happening, Jordan lost a big chunk of its military. With another nation being pushed into the war. Why were they pushed in? They didn't join the blue team because, well, they don't have good relations with the blue team because of Najd. But they also didn't expect to be invaded. And yeah. And as they weren't as weak as they thought, turns out. As now they want to free Kuwait is their goal. And well, Najd is in trouble, as its desert is basically toppling. Does it really matter, some of these lands? Probably not, but there's probably oil somewhere. Although they probably moved away from oil. That's just being a steamroll, basically. They think. But Israel is planning a weapon. So Israel is working right now in this series on laser warfare. If they succeed, this will be a breakthrough. But right now, they need to try and stabilize the front. With Najd meeting with the Saudi Arabian government over cooperation. But they're not sure about cooperating. So the offer goes a while before a final message is sent saying yes. And I think that's Saudi Arabia. To the north is Communist Arabia, and to the south is Fascist Arabia, I believe. With Israel finally creating these masterful laser weapons, which they test in the battlefield, guys. Oh, it works. And then, well, they start producing more. Well, the problem is that they're not quick to produce. They each take about a week to produce, so they produced quite a bit. They have like probably enough for, let's say, 1 million soldiers. But that would be a lot of soldiers. But the length they can have if they had 1 million soldiers wouldn't be too long. But they're working on technology to make those laser weapons work with the different times. And then they send forces equipped with these, Israel does here. But these are pretty easy to use. This laser warfare, it's basically a rifle except it shoots laser beams. Iraq doesn't know it's hitting them, but they do manage to push back this with enough people. But it's really costly. And laser weapons, although now their solar part is coming, but the solar part makes it take much longer. So those are probably going to take longer to get out. And these can run out of energy. They need energy to work, basically, is what they use. Energy to make lasers. And Iraq doesn't know how they didn't swiftly win this war. Like, they have plan. And, well, the Iraqi people are frustrated when they're kicked out of Israel and way back into Jordan. And then they cross down and push them back. With most of these laser weapons right now going to Nejd. And well, yeah. With Nejd and Jordania now using them strategically, Arabia kicks them out, and then that happens. And nobody can quite break the front lines yet. There's a stalemate on the border right now, right, guys? But there has been a breakthrough headed towards the capital, Damascus. As they march in towards the city, Jordan catches up on the plan and joins in. And then they move up towards the city. And they rapidly approach and take Damascus. And yeah, some of the goals are pretty good. And yeah, they use this to their advantage. And they move up towards Kuwait. And well, Syria falls quickly after this. With Iraqi people just plain old humiliated, Iran seizes the opportunity and joins in this fighting, which might be the end of Iraq imperialism. With the Arabians moving towards and up in the Kuwait, and they cut the Iranians off, kind of. But the Iranians catch up. And then, well, Nejd, with a march from Nejd, heads towards Baghdad, which finally captures the city. And then Iraq just gives up. Yeah. And land is gave to Jordan, Israel, Nejd, and Saudi Arabia. Kuwait gets its independence again. Hey, Kuwait, what's up? Not that much, I guess. And with North Sudan being above Sudan, which is above South Sudan. Explain that. Now, with, like, fascists in the South thinking they have a prime opportunity to strike, but they didn't count for the fact that maybe they may have bought weapons off Israel that may or may not be the end of them. But right now, they're moving forces to the south, which is prime for the Arabian Order is what this is called. And with them even going to the part where they sign a non-aggression pact with the Communist Party. And they join in. And they both think they're fine to just walk in. With the Order getting to here, and eventually, yeah, that's where the front line is, but I don't have the right size marker. And now to give it the right shape. And that's what the front line is like. But they don't have many of these laser weapons, but they took out about 30, can take out about 30% of the forces if they try on every front. With them actually getting 65%, as the morale is very low. And then they knock these two people apart from each other. Wait, what? I mean, countries. Obviously. I hope that's obvious. But you're probably going to be like in the comments, what? Fine, nobody will. But I once well, it can't be as bad as the time I accidentally colored Taiwan as part of China. Now that was an oof up. With the fall of the communists, the Order just says we're just stronger. And then, well, somehow they come through here. What? Okay. And yeah, they make an encirclement and take it out. Then they just kick them out and say, you want to stop or do you want to die? And then they're like, you can't murder us. And then the Arabian Order is like, well, too late. And why is this too late? Because, well, they're already getting beat. And, well, Saudi Arabia annexes them. And so Saudi Arabia is strong again, guys. So no need to worry about Saudi Arabia collapsing again. Well, they probably will, but that's just something for in the series to keep in mind. And let's see. So right now that Syria launches a vote into joining the Arabian defense, so is Kuwait. Both of them vote in favor. Israel then votes in favor. Wait, what? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. But yeah, there you go. They're not fully in Arabia. Neither is... They're the only nation that's partially outside of Arabia and the Arabian Pact. But I would consider this the Sinai Peninsula. I guess you could consider Arabia. Yeah, it's Arabia because it's Asia. And Arabia is in Asia. Probably not the best way to describe that. But for the last while, Russia's been kicked out. But, like, I don't know how Kazakhstan will last. And, well, that's almost all for today's video. But there's one thing left, guys. And Egypt eats northern Sudan. And the whole Middle East is left in shock. But their allies are proud of their heroic moment. And then they just march into what's left of Libya on this map and eat it. Yep, Egypt is getting thick. And now that's where we're going to end the video. And why will it be over now? But not yet. I still need to close it. Yeah, I know. And so, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for 400 subscribers, as I really appreciate how we're there now. I never thought that was possible, and now I see it is. Can we get to 600 by July 1st, guys? I think we can, if I keep up the great YouTube shorts. Yep, you should watch the YouTube shorts. Just saying. If you're watching this, still, which is great, now leave a comment for engagement. Also, like this video for engagement. And share it to your mom for engagement. Yep, I said share with yo mama. Yep, that's what I just said. So, do it. And share with your best friend. Share with your enemy. Don't really care. Just give it engagement, because engagement is great. And leave a smiley face. That'd be something. Then I can just leave a cool symbol. Yep, that's cool. So yeah. And plus, maps are cool. So if you want to put a flag down, that'd be great. Put a flag down for where you're viewing this from. Yep, that would be great. Now, that's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, comment, do everything that gives engagement. And of course, subscribe, as we're trying to get 600 subscribers by July 1st. I think we can do it. So if you don't mind, could you please like, subscribe, comment, share this video, and whatever else you want to do with this video. That's all for today's video. Wild Mapper out.